didn't do the thumbnail. Did you do the fucking thumbnail? We're supposed to type out good descriptions, do the thumbnail.
What is up, folks? Welcome back to the CBC Down and Back podcast with myself, Dylan Ledbetter, and none other than the third annual Game of Throws, No Limits, Blind Draw, Quads champion, Bill the Bearded Dragon Lorman.
Let's go, folks. We had a big weekend with CBC up at Game of Throws.
We did.
That's my first real piece of wood. That's Baltic birch.
That thing's legit.
We have other wood downstairs, but nothing like this, baby. Let's go. What up? Good to see you guys.
I feel like this isn't working.
I don't know. Dude, why do you gotta do this? I'm in my intro. I'm in my zone right now. I'm freaking killing it. Are we live?
We're live.
Folks, where you at?
Who's in the chat?
Nate.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
What
No
up, Shannon?
first.
What up, everybody? So, we got some spicy things going on. Bill is the quads champion, blind draw quads champion. He crushed it this last week. And it was a great weekend for CBC, for Cornhole. Game of Throws was a blast as usual. And now this weekend we go into the Camp Margaritaville Major. Next weekend finishes the ACO season with ACO Major Branson that now has a little bit of a scheduling issue.
Yeah, we're going to go over that too with the crazy scheduling issue with Branson. What the heck is with that? Let's go, Jerry. So I'm talking about Jerry. Look at this, man.
Jerry and
Real wood. I'm going to hang it up right on our brick wall over. Whoa. Right there.
It's going to look good right there. It's going to look good.
Yep. This is it, though.
Yeah, it's legit. Bill was throwing gas. Bill is one of the best players in the world if you only had to throw 2 bags at a time.
Dude, 2 bags at a time. My PPR had to have been 5.6.
It was not that good.
5.6.
You think it was that good?
Yeah, dude, I was crushing it. Let's
Hey,
go, baby.
Balin. Wait, what do you mean? There was plenty of Bill on Bill action.
He's talking about Bill. Oh, yeah, I played Bill Jackson once on live stream.
He smoked you guys.
He did not smoke us at all. I actually was throwing really good.
You guys choked it out a little bit. It was frustrating to see. It was tough. Tough to watch.
Ricky, what up? Good to see
Ricky?
you.
Great Bill.
We're just making a big deal. It's no big deal, though, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been winning, a lot lately. I won last night.
Look at that, Bill. You got rid of our winner circle thing, too. Good job.
No,
really
Dylan, we talked about. No, the winner circle thing is here. It's this. Oh no, it's not. Oh wait. Let me see.
Let me see.
Where is it? This.
It should be that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bill was messing with the computer this week, so some things are a little different than usual. But it's because we are improving. We are in an improving season, and sometimes the roller coaster has to go down and go back up. All right?
Yeah. Roller coaster's at the bottom right now. Next week,
it's climbing
all the way. Yeah. We're
on the climb. Well, this last weekend, I mean, we put in serious hours of work, whether it was playing or streaming. It was a lot this weekend in Game of Thrones. We tested out our new equipment. Our new trusses were freaking amazing. Never had to adjust the truss, even with people putting their arms on them and stuff.
Phenomenal. Never had to.
If you guys watched, the camera quality unmatched.
Yeah.
I mean, we shifted the board over to make the space different, used a little bit of a backdrop situation, had the logos nice and clean. I mean, it's likely how we'll stream for Worlds. We're hoping. We're in talks with the ACO about it. They liked the look of it from the minimal feedback we've gotten so far. I'm sure that they will be asking us, how did you do this? How can we make ours look like that? And that's what happens sometimes. I mean, I'm just saying, it looked really good. And Bill and Derek especially put a lot of effort.
On that Friday. I mean, I put a lot of effort for months.
You did, exactly.
And Derek does one day and gets all the accolade. But that's okay.
And of course, thank you to Ed Estes. Ed hooked us up with a couple cameras to try out.
Yep.
We tried them out. They're legit.
Ricky, you said that I'm lucky that you weren't there. A lot of people thought that they were lucky playing against me in the finals and all the games before that, and they all went home sad, brother.
Austin, we are going to make picks for Auburndale here in just about 20 minutes, big dog.
Yeah. We're definitely going to get it for Auburndale.
Auburndale, Camp Margaritaville, whatever they're calling it down there in Florida. They got lots of names for things. But first, we got the winner circle. Anybody who's taken the top 3 with CBC bags over the last week, going to give you some shout-outs. Going to see what you're throwing, see how you're doing.
Number 1.
Michael Ashton and partner there at the MWR Warrior Zone. This is on post. This is one of the only tournaments ran on a active duty military base here at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Ran by Mr. Curtis Amos, our regional director here. Getting it done out there, man.
Yeah, it's
super
freaking
cool to see
awesome.
the soldiers come out.
It's awesome. Congrats, Ashton. He sent this to me last minute too.
Mm-hmm.
We got, dude. I saw this picture in there. Hoppy and Gobin.
They won.
These are the bags that they won, and they already won something with it.
Yeah, not only that, but I mean, and that's insane. They won these this last weekend at Game of Thrones. They played with them last night. They got matched up in 3 different blind draws in one night. Chip draw.
That's wild. That's wild. Well, they took one down, took a first place with the Ronin. Oh, did they really?
I just told Hoppy I'm only giving him one picture.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I like that. Dusty Butler, what up, big dog?
What
Good
up,
to see
Dusty?
you,
Good
man.
to see you this last weekend too, brother. You throwing some gas out there, son. Gavino with the Carbinos right there. Gavin gets a singles regional win. He's getting it done. Steve, what is up, my guy?
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Gavin, congrats, big dog.
This is from Gray Bill. Let me see
I was gonna
the
say.
name on this, Bill, just so I can get it down. Gray Bill's country. They're throwing some Ronins right here. This was Ron L right here, Bill.
Ron L
throwing. That's one of my favorite Ronin designs too. It's a rare design. You can pretty much only find it in person. Only a few sets out there.
Right. That's
Well, I guess
exactly
not
right.
only in person because Gray Bill had some sets. So you got to be a rep. Reps get some of the fancy stuff.
Yeah. We like to send rep stuff that's not
On the website.
online. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just a couple extra cooler I wouldn't even say cooler, different graphics, I guess. TJ, what up, big dog?
What up, TJ?
Oh, this is another.
Racer Jeff, I think. No, Bagger Bill Crossman. They all got names over there. You know, Racer Jeff, Bagger Bill. You need to change your name to Bagger Bill.
Bearded Bill.
Bearded Bill. Yeah, at first place in the seniors division here for Bill Crossman. Congratulations, brother. He's throwing the Envies. They've already got Envies on the podium out there.
I love it. That was quick. That
that
was
was
very
real
quick,
quick.
especially since we only sent them last Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Justin K, what up, Prater? How you doing, man? Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Jonathan Etheridge in
Yeah.
Florida, I believe.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's
where he
Florida or Alabama. He's somewhere around there.
Those look like the Dalton Sheehy Carbinos.
They are, yeah.
Let's go. Taking a first place. Congrats, big dog.
Yeah, Jonathan must have acquired those somewhere.
I've seen him throwing a
Love
couple
the
of the
purple
Sheehy
jersey.
ones. This is you.
No, Bill, who is this?
I have no idea.
Where is this? This is Volunteer Cornhole because I can tell by the little logo of the guy. I don't know these folks right here. This might be Tracy Barnes. Let me check this out.
I don't know these guys either. I have no clue.
I like seeing first timers on the.
TJ and Jeremy say Etheridge was playing in Bama.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
that makes
gotcha.
sense.
Yeah.
Who are these folks right here? Where are they playing? Somebody let me know because I need to. I feel like I've seen the guy on the left. But
That's the only one that I feel like I've seen
yeah,
too.
yeah. He's got a nice goatee. It's recognizable. Guy on the right. I mean, they both like the color blue. Got the frog. You know, there's the frog Ronins right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you guys know who this is, credits to these fellas right here.
Yeah, congrats.
What up, John
Congrats.
Scott?
John Scott. Good to see you, big dog.
Good to see you, brother.
Amari's been killing it lately.
We got a little bit of Cody Brewer, Jordan Langworthy here, getting it done. First place with the Impacts, taking down the Gammons.
Yeah, he loves those impacts.
Yeah.
Cody and I think Jordan likes
Nick
it too.
Tucholsky, Sarah says.
Sarah, thank you very much. Nick Tucholsky, congratulations taking that first
I've
place.
seen Nick's name come across our orders list before, like an online
Probably,
order,
yeah.
or maybe in my DMs. Volunteer Cornhole in Trenton, Tennessee. Okay. But Jordan and Cody Brewer get it done. Jordan in the jorts and the cowboy hat and the boots.
And the boots,
That's a look. That's
Yeah.
intimidating.
I think his boxers are a little bit lower than his jorts too.
Yeah.
You ever do that?
Wild. No, my boxers are. I wear briefs. A little TMI right there, but
Like whitey tighties?
no.
Oh, the old army.
Boxer
The
briefs.
old army. Oh, okay, yeah. I
Not
mean,
the Brown Thunders. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah. The old army ones did. Oh,
The Army
man.
issues you underwear, folks. They're some of the worst cotton, and they're like a color that's like a light brown. They're ugly as crap.
I wore them for 5 years, no problems.
I wore them for 4 months in basic, and that was it. And then I got some real underwear, but let's get past the underwear situation.
I like
here.
seeing Todd and Matt in this photo also.
Yeah, one of Todd's favorite things to do is lose the CBC bags. He loves that.
Todd. Yeah, he does.
He loves that.
He
Yeah.
talks to his therapist. He's probably in the chat, but he's probably in the chat and he's not going to comment or do anything like that whatsoever.
He's been told he needs to lay low.
Yeah, he's got to lay
Months
low.
ago. Yeah.
That's okay, Todd. We still love you, brother.
We do. Yep.
Jordan again, dude, taking the first place in singles with the impacts, man.
Yeah, those are Cody's impacts right there, and I have been hearing that Jordan's been throwing the crap out of these things.
I'll tell you what, you either love or you hate the impacts.
You
There
gotta
is
know how to
no
use
in between. There is literal zero. But these bags cut, roll, flop. They do everything with the tiniest tilt of your hand.
There's no forgiveness here,
No.
folks. If your bag isn't flat or backloaded and or like Cody Brewer's is a perfect right to left all the time. He knows how to play it. He knows how to use it. These bags are not forgiving. They're not helping you out.
No.
I'm telling you right now.
No.
But if you're a shot shaper, these things are dirty.
Yeah.
They can do some. We've seen Cody hit some backdoor right to left cuts and flops. Disgusting. So I haven't been able to see Jordan throw them. I'd like to kind of see what he can
I'd
do
like to see it too.
with the bags.
Yeah, he looks like he's having a good time. Congrats, big dog.
What up, Poppy?
Who do we got?
This is Carbons. Is that Joe Collins? There's no way his beard grew that fast.
I have no idea.
I don't know who this is either, unless that's Joe Collins, but I really don't think his beard is that large.
What does the board say there?
Nothing. That board says, oh, I
It
see it.
says
That is
something
West
up there.
Virginia, isn't it?
Oh, this is Molly's place.
Yeah, I think that is possibly
Molly, where
Joe.
you at the chat? Let me know.
Yeah, somebody knows who this is. I don't know.
All right.
Unless
all right.
that's Joe, which it does look like Joe. He just has grown his beard out since the last time I saw him. If that is Joe, but I'm not really sure that it is.
Some people grow beards quick, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Jamie Smith,
Brandon
look at that. And
Lacewell.
Brandon Lacewell throwing the Ronins.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Brandon can throw anything well. Brandon, he's a beast. He
Brandon
probably was slick siding him though.
and Lisa Hill, number one in co-ed right now. I believe they are the only team maxed out at 420 points.
The only one.
The only team. Yeah, we'll look that up later. But
Could be
but I'm
co-ed team
pretty
of the
sure.
year.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jamie and Brandon, getting it done. Those are the custom Jamie Smiths right there too. She's got another set on the way.
Yes, she does. I love it.
This is Derek Vincent, Mo Time. I don't know who his partner is. I think they got second place actually. Derek put a first here, but they're in the background there.
Isn't that Dan?
That is Dan
Yeah.
Oliver in first place, but he didn't throw Ronins. Derek back there with the green bags. He
Oh,
threw the
I
Ronins.
got you. Yeah, I see him. I see him.
I don't know who his partner is. They took second place. Maple and Pine, that is.
Do you know how hard this has to be for Derek to get a picture and know what the heck we're actually looking at and doing?
Doesn't know the people at all.
No,
He's
look
just
at
looking at random faces all
look
the
at
time.
the crazy photo bomb all the way in back too.
That's Timmy Key.
Is it really?
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Congrats, guys. Let's go.
Harold getting it done with Tall
Dead
Guy, number
Reckons.
6.
Dead Reckons.
Those are some OGs too.
I love people throwing those. I swear, folks. We were at the Griffith on our weekly blind draw. Somebody showed up with like an OG set of Dead Reckons. He's like, most people hate throwing these in blind draws, but do you want to throw these? I'm like, I love them,
Yeah,
dude.
they
I
were
threw like a
wild.
10-6 with them.
those
It was
things are
insane.
Crazy.
All right. We got
JT Barnes
JTB.
and Landon Barnett right here. I'm pretty sure it's Barnett. I'm pretty sure on that. With the Ronins. Are those Ronins? I
No,
always think those are vectors, but then somebody told me that he did get them custom with that design as Ronins.
yeah, it's a
So
no.
now
Those are. Yeah, I don't know.
Might be carbons.
Could be carbons. That's what I was thinking with the blue.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats, JTB.
JT and Landon getting it done. That way.
Love it. Another one. Look at that. And Tracy.
JT over there, County Line Cornhole represent, son.
Yeah.
And Tracy there in the CO jersey. I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats, guys.
Gibby and Tony Mays right
Tony
there.
Mays. Yeah, big
Tony
Tony.
Mays. We
Big
saw little
Tony.
Tony this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah,
Big
that's-
Tony didn't make it.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Hoppy, you guys did make the cut. You missed it.
You did. Yeah, you came in here too late, Hoppy. Sorry, brother.
You guys are on here, I promise.
Almost done. Almost done. We only have 50 more, guys. 50 more.
50 more. You
Gibby,
guys can
it was
do
good seeing you this weekend, man. A lot
Gibby's
of
the
fun.
man. Yeah.
A lot of fun, brother.
Johnny Lang.
What? Johnny
With the
Lang with
Ronins,
Jordan
son.
Langworthy over there.
Cut out.
isn't it? Yeah.
Where did Johnny Lang get them dang Ronins from?
I have no idea, but he's throwing them good.
Johnny Lang's the man, dude. OG
Yeah.
right there.
He plays in flip-flops just like me.
little better than you, but yeah, he does play in flip flops.
I said like me. I didn't say better or worse.
Said
Why
he
do you
plays
even
like me?
dude? No, I whatever. Get out of here. Get out of here. What do we got? Jamie there?
Jamie Lee.
Throwing
Oh,
his
no.
elixirs, taking some freaking. That's not wood.
That's a plaque of some sort, glass.
Plexiglass. Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Thing's legit.
Congrats, big dog. Don't know who your partner is. When I see you, you gotta let me know.
Yeah, I like it though. What a great picture of Aaron. It's one of the best pictures I've ever seen of Aaron Lambert.
It's Aaron
Wow.
looking good.
Aaron, please don't do any better than this next week. This is exactly how I want to see you.
Aaron, congratulations, man.
This
Second
makes me
place.
feel like I have bad eyes.
Got the no, I know it is bad, but looking clean in the shirt, in the hat,
He's got the
everything.
Indies. Man, he's loving those MBs too. What up, Mark?
Mark, what's going on, dude? Can't wait to see you, brother.
This is Killa Cam on the left. I know that for a fact. I don't know his partner there, but that's Cam, dude. Getting it done in the cutoff too, son. Sun's out, guns out.
I
You know what
like
I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah,
It's about
yeah.
summertime.
No, I've never done that before, but that's cool.
You have done that. You have literally.
Oh yeah, I do have
Don't-
one
yeah.
shirt, don't I? Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done that. We've done it.
We've done that.
Curtis.
Curtis and
Morgan.
Morgan. Yeah.
Morgan.
Morgan getting it done at the Warrior Zone MWR tournament. That's what I'm talking about. Getting a third place with the Ronins. Come on
Clean.
now.
Like it. Congrats.
This is Gray Bill territory right here, Bill.
Dude, Graybill's got a lot of people up there throwing some great freaking bags. I'll
This
tell you
is
that.
Andrew Bulldoza Mendoza and Scott Gilbert taking down tier 3 doubles. So maybe they were the champs and held up a 3 because they were tier 3.
Hey,
I don't
tier
know.
3 doubles. Look at that wad full of money there.
Those Ronins look clean though.
Just
That's what I'm
saying. I wish I could play tier 3 for a bunch of money. That's freaking awesome.
Zach, we are going to be talking about Branson. Just let us get through some winner circle. Let us make picks for some Margaritaville, and then we're going to talk about it.
We have one event we got to talk about too.
We are not going to Branson, Mark. Has nothing to do with the scheduling.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
just
yeah, we have
make
nothing
that
to do.
clear.
No, not
that
going.
text was sent earlier this week before anybody knew about the scheduling.
Yeah.
That we'll talk about that. We'll talk about why we're not going. This is Mr. Donnie Hornsby,
Hornsby.
son. He's had those Ronins a minute.
Yeah.
He loves those things. Seems like he always circles back to them.
I'm gonna buy them back from them, so because I know they're throwing freaking awesome right
Yeah.
now. The way I like
Congrats, Donnie.
it. All right, last but not least, here we go.
That's Joe Collins for sure. 100% Joe Collins right there.
Those are our old boards.
Yeah.
This is Russellville.
It might be Harold.
Tommy
Harold
Turner.
has those boards too.
Tommy. Okay.
We missed a picture in here somewhere, Bill.
Hold up. Let me look. Maybe we got another one. Congrats, fellas. No, that's it.
I
Which
know.
picture did we miss? Did you win something that
No,
I didn't know
win
about?
anything. I just know we had more than this because I counted them. I had 25, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
But
we
that's
got
all right.
we got 24. No big deal. No big deal. All right, folks. That'll do it for the winner circle. Gonna move on real
Yeah,
quick.
if you
We
take
got.
a top 3. I was trying to explain how you get on here.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
Take a top 3 with CBC bags. Tag CBC. Send us a DM. This is how you make it to the winner circle, folks. We'd love to have you on.
That's how you make it on the Dylan's Down and Back podcast. All right, we're gonna go to events real quick. You almost choked on that one. Okay, here we go, folks. Going to events, and then we'll get into our picks. Real quick, one event I wanted to bring up because Nate Allen, he sent me this morning. I know it says 2026 on there. It's something funny. I saw it. We're not promoting this a year in advance. This is actually 2025, May 31st. Again, it's a BYOP. They're going to have 2 different tournaments. The BYOP is $40 per team, 500 guarantee. That's what's going to get me going. This is for his mom, though. She had surgery, and she's got a lot of bills, so it is a benefit tournament.
Awesome.
Okay, that's all I want to say about medical stuff and anything like that. It is in Paris, Tennessee. I'm sure I'm going to see Jerry Stallions there. I better see Jerry Stallions there, and Mike P and all those guys up there, man, because it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, the plan right now, me and Bill are coming out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to win the whole thing. Sorry, Nate. Going to
Y'all
happen.
better have some wood ready.
Bigford, you better get ready, dude. Gonna
What
happen.
up, Chucky? What up, Stephanie Berger?
Oh, that's one that didn't make the cut. Bigford won with impacts.
Maybe that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Okay, let's get in the point chart.
Yep, let it rip.
Jeez, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Hold up. What up, Chucky? How you doing, man?
Feels
Good to
really
see you,
proud
brother.
of his hat. All right, here, folks. CBC Family Picks. Every week for upcoming majors, we make picks. We check out each division's roll call. We make a pick based on who we think is going to win. We face off against each other, possibly a guest, sometimes not this week. And it's all for pride, sometimes for cash money. I think there's still $140 in the account. We'll have to use that for
Is there?
Worlds or
For-
Branson.
Okay.
Yep. And so
Yeah, I don't
this
know
is-
if we can do Branson with it.
We'll see what the roll call looks like for Branson. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to play that one by ear.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I got first pick though, right?
What up, Chris? What up, DJ? You can have first pick. That's
Okay.
fine. This is the points. This is how we get points. So pick a player for each division, and then it adds up based on this. First place 10 points, second place 9 points, third place 8 points, fourth place 7 points, fifth place 5 points, 7 points, 3 points, 9 place 1 point. If they don't get any points, got to take a top 10 if you want anything here in CBC. No participation trophies. Let's go.
What up, Tori? Chris
Tori,
Fields?
dude, Tori took down like
Dude,
I think
I've seen.
I think he took second place in tier 1 doubles at the TCL signature or
Dude,
something like that.
Tori's averaging like 10 threes right now,
Yeah.
bro. It is insane. Tori, love to see
Tori's
it,
my
man.
guy.
You're freaking killing it, dude. Killing it. All right, let's get into this. I'm going to pick first in women's.
Kim
There are
Jackson.
numerous notables, but I am taking Kim.
Yep, knew it. Called it. You're predictable.
Although this is Florida that they're going to, and last year it was super humid inside, so the boards could potentially be very, very slow, and the heat may get to some people. So
Yeah.
that's something we got to take into account on these picks here. I should not have told Dylan that, but I did. It's fine.
I already
Friendly
knew that.
advice for him.
I am gonna have to go with Kennedy though.
I figured that.
I think this could be. But what I was really looking at is Choa Lee, because Choa is an absolute monster.
Yeah,
But with slow boards, I worry a little bit about Choa's throw. She could easily prove me wrong. She's proved me wrong time and time again and conquered playing the way that she did. I like Choa a lot. She's probably going to be throwing CBC bags. I really hope Choa or Kim wins, but I think with the slow boards, Kennedy has the slight advantage.
I think
here,
she has the
possibly.
advantage there
Yeah.
too. I definitely do. A couple other people that are in there. Justine Smith is in there. Dana Vavello's in there.
Nicole
Let's see.
Jones, Kendall Cox.
Kendall Cox is in there. Nicole Jones. Yeah. It is a stacked women's field, but I just don't know how we can't go, number 2 and 3, but number 1 based upon points in women's this year.
Right.
It's all around solid pick there. All right. What's next? Seniors.
Man, this is tough. I want to pick Mick Hoaxang, but I'm really looking at Hasib Habibam. He's a beast. Ex-ACL pro, ex-ACO pro, really one of the best in the world at one point, was a very, very good player. He has 0 stats on Cornhole. I literally have no
I
way.
see that.
If I was to pick him, this is a straight shot in the dark.
This isn't out on the limb pick.
I'm going for it. Give me Hasib.
Okay, you're gonna have to spell that one for me. This is a new one here.
Haseeb.
Let's see. We'll just say Hasib on there.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think that they're probably not 2 names. Hasib.
Okay, this is a very tough one here for me because Mick Hoaxang is slick side down the middle, probably throws Valor X's, something like that. Something that he's going to need fast boards. I personally don't believe that these boards are going to be fast. I think it's going to be humid inside this building, and I think it's going to be like a greenhouse in there.
Yeah.
So it's very tough for me to sit there and pick Mick Hoaxang on this, although most seniors do throw that kind of faster bag style.
Who you should look at is somebody like Scott Harper.
That's exactly that. I mean, that's the pick, and he is currently ranked 5th in seniors right now, also.
Mm-hmm.
And Mick is rated ahead of him. I'd pick Mick 9 out of 10 times. I just believe that this is that one time that I can't pick him for this. So Scott Harper.
Yeah, if we don't pick Mick, that probably means he's gonna win, folks. Just saying.
Exactly, and he doesn't want me to pick him anyway.
Right. All right. Juniors is going to be absolutely insane. Lonnie Campos, Chase Hollis, Isaac Hurt, Chase Thompson, Karsten Morris, Nicholas Close, Riley Brewster. I mean, this is maybe the most loaded I've ever seen for juniors. Joel Marmo, who's been
Dude, is there a stream?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
There better be a dang stream.
Somebody
For
go live
juniors.
on your phone.
Yeah, somebody go live on your phone for Lonnie's
Oh,
junior matches.
gosh.
I got first pick here, and I'm gonna go with my tried and true, dude.
Chase Hollis.
Never let me down. Currently, Karsten Morris is the #1 junior. I believe he is the only one that is maxed out. Chase Hollis is 919 points, 1 point away from maxing out.
I think that's a regional.
So this.
It's
Is it a regional?
He's
Okay.
maxed out in juniors.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to take the Florida boy. Give me Lonnie Campos.
LONN.
IE. Yep.
Yeah, he's throwing really good.
Dale says
Really
Sammy's
good.
gonna walk up and win. I mean, if Sammy walks up, he's got a great chance.
Is Sammy walking up?
If that's solid
yeah,
information, I'm not changing my pick. Bill's probably not changing his pick, but Sammy is.
I'm not just because
super
he's
good.
not in the roll call right now, but if the boards are slow, Sammy's going to destroy some people there.
And I will tell
he
you-
will destroy people.
This is really a bracket where I need a Kelsey Turner. Because however this bracket plays out could really determine who you should pick here. Because people like Lonnie Campos, barely any points at all, right?
Right,
People
so he's probably playing Isaac Hurt
not
right
a lot
away or
of
something
points.
like
Chase
that.
is up there. Carson is up there. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be... Riley Brewster probably has nothing for points in juniors, really. Probably doesn't play any juniors regionals, you know? So the way this bracket shakes out is really going to determine who has a tough route or not. But with how many juniors it is, it might just be stacked all the way around.
Could be. All right, you got this. You got next pick here.
Co-ed. Man, there's some tough teams in here. Chad and Kim, always a beast. Chase Hollis and Kendall Cox. I love that team. Ooh, Seabass and Kennedy. Gosh, that's a good team, especially on slow boards. Give me Kim and Chad.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang it! I was going to pick him.
I mean, I think they're going to end up maxing out co-ed. I think they
This would be
regionals.
their. Is it regionals? I thought.
Yeah,
okay.
I think they have 5 co-ed.
It's so
major
wild
wins.
to me when you're 1 point away from the max, and it's co-ed or something, or excuse me, it's a regional and not a major. It's crazy.
Oh, Parker and Nicole will be on there. Okay.
I mean,
Gosh, that's
if
a
you
good
guys
team.
don't sign up, Stephanie, what do you want me to say? You know, we've picked for 3 weeks now, and they're still not in here. Let me see. I really don't know. I like Seabass
And Kennedy?
and Kennedy on
me
this
too.
one.
That's a great team.
I would pick Sin Lee and Choa Lee, but I
also
believe
a great
that the
team.
boards are going to be super slow. So I don't want to take them just because of that. Like, that is literally the only reason there. So I am going to take Seabass.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
Yeah, they throw on paper. I mean, they should be one of the absolute top dogs together.
They're
on
playing
paper,
doubles
they're
together too,
very
bro.
very good, both of them.
Doubles is really tough. What about Isaac playing with his dad? Rex hurt, Bill.
Really?
Yeah, Caleb's not making the trip, huh? Dale and Sammy. This is tough. Kanan Culberson and Josh Holland.
Oh.
Yeah, give them to me.
Sorry,
Oh,
buddy.
you're first, yeah.
Kanan Culberson and Josh Holland.
That was a misclick, Bill.
It's how do you spell Kanan?
Figure it out.
CAAN.
No, Naan. Yeah, you got it. That is
let
my
me look
pick,
at pools.
Jay.
Let me
That
look
is
at
my
pools.
pick.
Let me look at pools.
Is Jace Thompson and Riley Brewster.
Wait, no, let me look at pools.
It's too late.
It was more of a troll pick, dude.
No, it's too late.
Let me just look real quick.
I was only in pools. I didn't even look at the pro teams. Only 4. Lonnie Campos and Parker Berger is also a crazy good team. I just haven't seen them play together.
Oh,
So, I don't know.
Dale and Sammy are playing
Mhm.
together in doubles there. I like it. Dale, man, you're traveling, right? You're Utah.
No, he's not Utah. He's
I thought
like
Dan was
Indiana
Utah.
or Illinois or something. Like that.
Oh, I thought he was farther away than that.
You might, Zach. You might be right, brother.
I like Isaac and Rex too. It is really a good team. I just haven't seen Rex play in forever.
Rex can play. He's been putting in some work this year.
Mick Hoaxang, Randy Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Great team right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I like Riley and Jace. Jace, when's the last time we saw Jace?
Owensboro, I believe.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, almost
Yep.
a year.
I got faith in Jace. Jason Riley have a good time.
Yeah, I'm I'm gonna keep it. I think we're good to go.
Yeah, give me Jason Riley. I really do like the team. What was that team that I really liked? Lonnie Campos and Parker Burgett.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if they won. And same with like Sammy and Dale. I just don't know what bag Sammy and Dale are going to land on, because Dale throws like blueprint something faster, right? And Sammy throws like the slowest possible bags you could possibly have ever, right? So I just don't know what bag they're going to land on if they've been throwing together at all.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that worries me. Same with like a Lonnie and Parker situation, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
We'll just have to see. And it's worked out, you know, like Sammy and Trey have done really well. Trey Matting. And they don't throw the same bags. So, I mean,
true.
People make it work. People make it work. Singles, I'm going to take Isaac Hurt. I don't know. I like Lonnie. Let me give you a second here. I just know Isaac's in the field.
That's so funny.
There's a lot of people that can win. Sebastian's been on an absolute tear lately. Parker, he's down there. He could win. I got to take Isaac, though. When you're traveling like this, he wants to win. I don't see Johnny and Daryl anywhere on the list, Zach. I didn't see them in the singles either.
I am looking in pools right now just in case I miss anything.
Well, you're going to have Lonnie. You're going to have Josh Holland. You're going to have Cannon Culberson. All animals.
Yeah, but it's always a risk going pools. And the reason I say it is a massive risk going pools, Zach Dawson, you proved it right, not me, because I never hoped that you got that whatsoever. But in Dallas, right? They have to go through pools. I mean, this is a number 2 freaking team in the world right now. Mm-hmm. They had to go through pools and just maybe didn't throw good that day. Maybe they got a bad draw. Who knows? So pools is always super risky to pick right away because you could get 0 points.
Yeah, Jace Thompson in the pools, Bill.
I know. That's my passion.
Josh Holland.
Jace Thompson's my
Carson
passion.
with a K. Okay.
I
haven't even looked.
You're not allowed to pick Holland either.
Yeah, Josh Holland can be off the table. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Same with Kanan.
Okay. If that's what you want.
Dude, this is a tough one. It's very tough. I mean, you got Isaac. Yeah, I'm looking at the pros right now. You know what? Dude, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. First name in the chat, folks. First name in the chat. Either Riley Brewster or Parker Berger.
Going for
either one. First name in the chat. That's what I'm getting.
It's got to be an Alabama junior for
Parker Berger or Jace Thompson. Put it in. Or not Jace. I mean, Riley Brewster.
Riley Brewster. Yeah, they're playing together. Bill's giving y'all the option.
Somebody in chat, tell me which one. That's who we picking.
First name is what Bill's going with. Dallas was a slap in the face that we needed to be humbled. Yeah, I like that, Zach. We let some folks down, but won't happen again. It was tough out there. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Riley. Tori said Riley.
I like it. Tori, you the man, dude.
So now if he fails, it's on you, big dog.
Riley Brewster.
All right, you got first pick for passion. You taking Jace?
Yep. I'm taking Jace Thompson. I'm a passion pick. He hasn't played ACO this year at all.
You know what you missed him in the pools that I'm going to pick right now? That you're really going to like and wish that you picked?
Who?
Ian Stokel.
Oh, no. Ian,
let's go, my boy. Ian's making the trip, and he's been throwing gas.
CKEL.
You nailed it. No. It's OECKL. And then get rid of the second. Yeah, there it is.
Stokel. I love it, dude. That is a great pick.
Yes.
Dang it. Why am I so bad at typing right now? Let's go.
Ian Stokel. Folks, if you don't know him, get ready to know him. I think that Ian's going to be a breakout player next year. I really do.
Yeah. Ian's he is a beast. He really, really is good. So I like watching him.
And he's unassuming. So unless you watch this podcast, like people don't even know who he is at all. Like legitimately, he only plays ACL. He's played some quad stuff with people like Storm Hogue, some doubles with Storm Hogue. Yeah. He took second. No, maybe it was fourth in doubles or second. Was it second in doubles at Dalton with his partner Paul? Did they make that deep of a run?
Yeah, in doubles they made a very, very deep run.
Top five for sure. They beat Nate and Cody. I know that. They beat Nate.
Yeah.
I mean, Ian's very good. And he didn't even have ACO bags then, right? So he's been throwing a few sets of our stuff. I think he's got 3 sets of our stuff.
Yeah, Phoenix's Envies and maybe Ronan's.
Wildfires.
Oh, Wildfires, yeah.
And
I think
so
he's really going to like
He's
Envies.
comfortable now with ACO bags, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to do this week.
Me too. I hope next year, I hope he really plays a lot of ACO anyway. He said he's trying to build it in his area, which is super awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we're locking them in. Those are the picks for this week, folks. We are going to move on, I believe. We're going to
Family Feud. Let's talk about Branson.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the World Schedule. Get the shares out there, folks. Give us a like if you like our content here. But we also want you guys to be interactive here. All right? So let's bounce our way into Family Feud. On you, Bill.
Here we go. Update all that.
Bill wants to update his photo on that.
Update all that.
Yeah, your face did look a little red in there.
Your face looks really red.
No, it looks great. Always.
Hey, Tori,
What up,
I got you in
Michael?
chat. Tori, let's go. Look at that, baby.
Bill won that.
I'm winning out here, dude. I'm the 2025 third annual Blind Draw Quads champion of Game of Throws, put on by MNC 270 and Mr. Adam Willis. That's
Gibby
me.
Boards, too.
That's me.
Sponsored.
And Gibby Boards sponsored.
Gibby made him. All right, folks. So the hot topic as of today, the Branson schedule changed approximately 9 days out. No, 8 days out from the tournament. So that's rough for the players that are going. The changes are that everything that you usually play on Saturday is going to be played on Friday. Everything you played on Friday is going to be on Saturday, and the Pro Series skins has been eliminated from the tournament altogether. The last one of the season. So,
Okay, so I want to go with just the overall couple things here. Switching doubles and singles to Friday. Okay, it is what it is. Luckily, it's a week out. You know what I mean, to be able to do something like that. They should still play those. The other ones I saw in their message that they said if there is time. Right? So Why didn't they put the amount of time that there is to be at that venue?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
There's
are you
a lot
out
of
at midnight?
questions.
You know what I don't know, but that's a pretty big question that I would have. Like, what's the go no go call on every other division on Saturday? Do you have to be at noon, 1, 2, 6, 10?
Yeah.
That's something that I wish would have been communicated a little bit better, just so you could kind of plan for that. Because maybe people just want to go up for Friday now and go home after that. Who knows?
Right. I mean, it's a tough situation all the way around. I mean, what we're giving credit to is we have to believe that the ACO gave this information as soon as they possibly could. Right? I do not think that there's any way that they knew about this a week ago and waited a week to publish it.
Right.
It wouldn't make any sense. Like, there's no benefit to the ACO with that, right?
Yeah.
You're going to lose more people doing it this way than, the opposite way. So if anybody thinks that they were holding on to this, I don't think so.
There's no possible way they've been holding on to this. So the thing is, let's just... They made it seem like it was the venue's fault. Maybe double booking or something like that, or not knowing how much room would have been needed. I believe...
They're switching rooms, so it wasn't room needed because we play in one room down there every year, and it works out every year for at least 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Straight. So what we know is that Friday will be played in the regular room. What we're told about Saturday is it will be played upstairs. We don't know what upstairs means. I don't know if there's another room. I don't know if you're playing in a lobby area. Honestly, no idea.
So I remember getting there last year, and I had been upstairs and had to go downstairs because I was walking all over the building trying to find the place. I don't think the upstairs room is as big as the downstairs one.
Okay.
It also begs another question. Why don't you just play upstairs all weekend instead of downstairs and then upstairs? Because that's a breakdown and move, correct?
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
That's rough.
You have to, everybody on Friday night, all the ACO team is gonna have to break down, pull all the boards up. I mean, this also begs the question: is there any way they have a live stream for either day? We know there's space downstairs, but to your point, if there's no space upstairs, because if they're canceling the Pro Series skins, it's one of two things: you don't have a broadcast, like you don't have space, or you don't have time. That'd be the only reason to cancel the skins. Right?
Again, speculation saying that they may have to be out of that downstairs room by midnight on Friday. Like, you don't know what's going in there the next day. It could be a fine dining dinner, or you know what I mean, where they have to set up tables, chairs, tablecloth, all sorts of. Who knows?
That's another thing too, right? That you beg the question, like, what's more important to this venue? How does the ACO receive when you book this place the same weekend every year for, as I know it, at least 5 years, and you become the person that gets kicked out a week prior on the double book, assuming it's a double book because there's almost no other thing that it could be, unless maybe there's construction being done on the bottom floor, or I can't think of anything else, but assuming it's a double book, how does the ACO, who's been there, who spent their money there, the attendance has been good from what I know, people spend their money in there, how do you become the stepchild in this situation, if you will?
There's a ton of aspects, a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, literally a ton to that. So we'll just play games here and talk about it. Just for I don't want to get on how you're the one to be kicked out and stuff. I'd rather talk about the schedule and see if this is good, if it's bad, how people like that. But just to speculate a little bit, and that's all this is. Again, let's. You posed the question, how does the ACO get kicked out when they are tried and true in Branson? We've seen, Branson is where they had the freaking big-ass
the first
camera
Pro
TV
Series.
crew come
Yes.
out and everything. Like, that was a big deal there. They still make jokes that they're paying that major off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Branson has been a staple for a long time. When you're developing new business in an area, right, that's number one. Maybe these other people that are taking over this downstairs room are paying more.
Maybe.
You have no idea. But new business, maybe it's something that could last for years and stuff like that. Maybe it's way bigger than whatever we're putting on. Mm-hmm. But there could be so many different things that make that decision. You know what I mean? Right. The convention center is a for-profit organization. They're not doing any sort of non-profit stuff. So that's kind of where you go, or where you think about anyway, why the ACO probably could have been kicked out of that downstairs room. That's what I would think logically. Or it was just a double book. Maybe they sent the email to the ACO and the ACO had no idea, didn't read the whole thing. They're like, yep, we're booked for Branson. And it wasn't one of those alert, stand out. You're only getting 1 day in this room. I don't know. Yeah. There could have been all sorts of stuff for it. But booking it 10 months in advance and not knowing until, 10 days prior or whatever it is, that's a little rough on the players. Luckily, the ACO, I believe, is offering a refund.
Full refunds,
So that's something, they know there's a mistake. If it's on them or not, at least they're offering the refunds. If you can't make it, you can't make it. If you can on that Friday and play doubles and singles, go for it.
And to add on to that, there's a lot of actual kudos here to give to the ACO. One of them is the full refunds. One of them is revamping the schedule, because they could have easily said, okay, we're not doing it. Right? We could have canceled the whole major. They worked something out with the venue to be able to still run as many events as they feel they possibly can for y'all, right? So, that is credit to the ACO, because as we were assuming it's a venue issue, they're doing what they can to run the major. And I think that there is some positivity to give to the ACO for that, instead of canceling the entire
for at least running,
for doing something, for adapting to a poor situation and not taking the easy route is cancel it, right? If you're the ACO, the easy route is cancel it.
Yeah, cancel it, refund everybody, and then you're out on your plane tickets, out on hotels and stuff like that if you booked them without insurance. Right. Yeah, DPJ says all about the money. I think he's talking about the convention center in Branson. Yeah. No idea. Complete speculation, although, you would think that. If there was a miscommunication, and that's all this was a miscommunication, I would be surprised. Because the ACO booked so far in advance, but it could have just been something as stupid as that too. I think it just ruins the vibe of the weekend. Really, it's gonna shake things up. People are gonna have to leave on Thursday. They're gonna have to get there Thursday night, get a hotel, wake up on Friday, and go for pool play. Or it'll be pros not in. It is weird.
Yeah, a lot of people can't get that Friday off. They kind of base a lot of their majors around. I get off work on Friday, right? Drive to the major, get there that night. I play doubles and singles on Saturday. I go home. Yeah. the attendance is going to drop significantly. What I wonder is how the ACO moves forward in coming seasons. Like, do they look at this convention center and go, "Hey, we're done with you guys"? Is that a good move? I don't know.
No.
Did they receive a break?
That's never a good move.
Did they receive a break on future prices for this? I would assume something happened with the venue where they go, okay, because we did this, here's X amount of your money back on whatever you paid for the venue. Here's for next year, we want to do this. I'm sure, because I don't think the venue wants to lose the ACO being there.
And the ACO doesn't want to lose the venue either.
I don't think so either.
I did see a couple comments earlier today that says, "Oh, this is a week in advance. You have plenty of time to find a new venue." In Branson, I want to talk. That's why I want to address this one, because I did see that comment in there. In Branson, there are probably a couple other venues. Just because it's a vacation town, there's got to be other venues. There's huge buildings there, huge places for people to go see and stuff like that. But a week in advance or 10 days, there's no way you're finding 30,000 square feet, you know, whatever they're using for this thing. And I believe it's around that, right? I mean, 30,000, it's got to be somewhere around that. And having it ready to go in 10 days with, you know, negotiated alcohol prices, beer prices, food being on the place, and just all
there's
sorts
a lot of
stuff.
back end work that goes into
and that place not being booked on those days. See, like that. There's
a week in advance.
I don't see that.
City Convention Center. I mean, it would be extremely tough.
I do know to get the major here in Clarksville, Frank was here a year in advance.
Yeah.
Just to be able to lock down a venue, negotiate prices, and things like that. A year in advance. So just to suggest that it's a 10-day fix, it's not. There's no possible way.
Well, and then it's taken 2 years to move it out, like, because Clarksville, new venues for sure, new locations, kind of started a smaller venue. Clarksville's a small venue for what we have here in Cornhole, right? For the need, right? For Cornhole. It's taken 2 years to work out a deal to move into what we're hearing is going to be a bigger venue next season, right? So 2 seasons tried and true at the Dunn Center where we've been in Clarksville. Supposedly this next season we're going to an arena. That's the rumor on the street. But it's taken 2 years, like what you're saying, the back end work, right?
Yeah.
Showing the numbers, showing that you can do this, providing this amount of money to the city, right? All this kind of stuff has to happen. And Branson, that's why you probably won't lose this convention center. They likely made a deal with the ACO. Hey, we really screwed up on this. You know, this is what we can do for you guys this year, and this is what we can do in the future.
Okay. Yeah. No. I agree. I would assume that the ACO should get extra concessions from the convention center next year if in fact it was the convention center's mess up. If it was a miscommunication between both of them, I don't expect them to get anything next
Right, 100%.
And that, you know, it is what it is on something like that. But if they got bigger concessions next year, maybe there's cheaper beer for all of us. Maybe there's, you know, a free drink. Or we went to Tupelo, and bro, they had like 30 cases of beer that were free for. I mean, you got drink tickets, and that was cool as hell.
That was crazy.
That, you know, something like that could happen for next year at this place if they continue with it. Now let's talk about the schedule for a minute. Do you like or not like the schedule? I mean, it's Friday. I know your initial thought is going to be you don't like it because you're a creature of habit just like everybody else. But what are the pros and what are the cons of playing singles and doubles on Friday and then everything else on Saturday?
Well, so the pros would be that your juniors don't miss school, is what I can think of off the top of your head, right? If you have a junior player, well, I mean, unless they're playing singles and doubles, but if they're not, they're just coming with you or whatever, and you want to play juniors, then you have that. The cons, I would say, are that, I don't know the numbers, I would take a hard guess at somewhere between 80 and 90% of your players work a Monday to Friday job. So it does require your players to take an extra day of PTO off from their normal jobs to go to the tournament. So I believe that attendance will be lower for your doubles and singles divisions compared to a Saturday or even a Sunday situation. I would prefer a Sunday over a Friday.
You would prefer majors being Saturday, Sunday instead of Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, that would be terrible for us.
Well, it works. It works for most people because you have more Monday holidays than you do Fridays. So in reality, you'd save more PTO days. All I think is PTO.
Yeah, you love that PTO, dude. He's juiced on PTO.
I
This guy.
worked so much hours last week to get more comp time from my job. I was running on
Nigel
fumes.
Walton. Dude, it's been
Fumes.
forever. Good to see you, big dog. Good
What
to
do you
see
think
man.
about the schedule? So, Bill, I want to hear what your pros and cons are.
I know usually on Friday night, look, the pre-party has people. We proved that in Clarksville. We had 100 and something people just at the pre-party throwing freaking bags.
That's a
and that's what
Thursday
they were there
night.
for. That is a Thursday night, and that's why I'm bringing that up. So people do travel on Thursdays and get to that location on Thursday. Now, juniors, women's, seniors, and co-ed, there are not as many people playing those as there are maybe the blind draw at 6 p.m. because people are getting into town and stuff like that. So there still is something to be said about you can't play later. I'm not going to watch people play till 3 in the morning, playing those divisions later on a Friday. Do I like the Saturday, Sunday? Yeah, it's probably better. It probably is, but I don't know. I believe that singles is the overall championship of any major.
Yes.
And so you would want that last. It's like if you had a fight card for UFC or something, the main event is always last. And this is switching it up. You know what I mean? And switching that up, am I a creature of habit? Yeah, I want to see the main event last. Like, I think that's cool. I just feel like if you do doubles and singles that Saturday, even though they're trying to have all that stuff go, there may not be that many people
It's
there.
kind of lackluster, right? It's like, I guess we'll just go home.
We are just going. Yeah.
Because some people are there really to get doubles and singles points, right? So if you don't get those points on Friday, like, I'm not staying for co-ed. I don't give a crap about co-ed. You know what I mean? I don't care about no. Like, how many people, if they run a blind drop Saturday, I'm like, what is registration going to look like for that?
Yeah.
Because people are going home, right? They're going home.
And that's also why you see things like even in regionals at certain locations, right? You always, this is what I hear. I've never been a CO, but you always run singles last, right? And you run like doubles first or something like that. That way you get everybody there. You get all the teams there.
And
blind draw, co-ed, women's, you know what I mean? And then maximum people at the end because you have that singles going on at the end, and that's what people want. So I think that not a mistake on the ACO to switch it this way because they have a certain amount of time and they think that benefits us more than it benefits them is probably why they're doing it like that. Although if they wanted to be the money people, they would keep it the same. I think. Right. Anyway.
So. Matt Davis says pro skins getting canceled is a total negative. I mean, I think everybody agrees with that.
We haven't even hit that. Let's talk about pro skins.
Okay, I want to do one more con then on the Friday, Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
That the singles and doubles days typically run longer, right? So this also means that you're going to have more people up late that might have to play in the morning. Whereas Friday, you can kind of get out of there kind of early if you want to, right? You can see the city, you can do whatever you want Friday night.
Yeah, you can usually, because you don't have to play the blind draw, you don't have to play quads, you don't have to do anything like that. Yeah.
But singles and doubles, you make a run, you're there. Let's say you're Kendall Cox and you make the final 8, right? On Friday now, right? And you play until midnight. You got to be up ready to play women's and then 9 in the morning the next morning.
Yeah, there's no pool play for women's. Women's just starts.
Right. So I'm just that's a con I would say as well on the singles and doubles before the other divisions that you're gonna run a late night into an early morning.
That's interesting too. Yeah, no, I agree. You better be getting good sleep and not being like me and having a few drinks throughout the night. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's talk about the
pro skins. They're talking
Zach
about.
Dawson says no pro skins is poop. One of the main attractions to the Branson Major. They couldn't find a way to make it work. Bro, so if one room is booked, and you're downstairs, then the next day it's the exact opposite, because somebody needs that bigger space. How do you get a stream and how do you do that? Now, if the stream is the issue for skins, which I don't think it is, but if it is, they should run the skins anyway. That is a benefit for being a pro.
So here's where the controversy would lie. What's more important? Pro skins for the pros or women's, juniors, seniors, and co-ed, right? For the, what would you call those divisions? What do we call them? The minority divisions?
No, I
The
mean,
extra divisions?
that's only because you and I don't get to play in any of them.
Well, they're a minority of people in the sport, right?
Okay, yeah.
Would you not say that each of those divisions, but on its own, is a minority in the sport, right?
On its own, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what the ACO is saying here is that those divisions are more important than the pro skins, but are the pros more of a minority than those 3 or 4 divisions? Because I think that's where the question lies at this point, right? What's more important? That's a tough question, right?
That's close because you
I
can
agree
be
it's
a
close.
pro and play women's and seniors.
Yes, you can.
Right? But you can't play pro skins if you're not a pro. So I would say that
Right.
that is the
Minority.
most minority
Right.
would be the pro skins.
But is it also not arguably the most viewed, the most exciting?
I think it is, but without a
fan
stream,
favorite.
how is it the? Well, you know
If
what
there
I mean?
is no stream, then yeah, it's only relevant to earning points and money
Right.
for the pros. How do they make this up to the pros? They said they're going to make it up at Worlds, I think is what the post said, something like that.
That is actually very cool, and I like
I don't know
that
what that
idea.
means.
Well, I don't want to speculate too much, but that could mean an extra $5,000 to 7,500 added to the pot at Worlds.
If it does mean
That would be crazy.
extra $1,000 added, I mean, you guys tell us in the chat, would it be worth it? If the Pro Series skins was 10K for Worlds, which I think is what it was last year, I
Yeah.
think it was 10,000. If it's now 15,000, I'd be stoked about it.
Dude, one skin's gonna be $200. You know what I'm
I
saying,
mean, you're
dude?
playing for 100. You're playing.
You
it's
beat
$200
somebody
here.
in one round, bro. You get
$50 a
$200.
bad. $50 a bad.
Yikes, man.
So
Yikes.
I know we don't know what that looks like. It is really tough losing the pro skins if you're
Yeah.
a pro. I mean, it is what attracts people to a ton of those majors. I mean, you're getting a ton of people. More pros are going to the ones that provide you with the skins tournament. It's free. You can earn money.
Hold up. Davis said last pro skins of the year, last chance to push for top 16 finish. So wild. Do they have a pro skins division?
Yeah. And they
I
have
didn't-
standings.
I didn't even know
And I
that.
think the top
That's a
16.
good point. I didn't know that.
The top 16 are slotted to get into the Worlds one, whereas the next 16 have to pay. I'm trying to remember how that worked last year. Remember how weird it was last year
Okay.
when like certain people were offered to play, but if they decided not to, then other people, it was like open to the pros as a
Yeah,
public.
I remember that.
It was
very
something funky.
expensive.
It was like $200,
Yeah,
or maybe
yeah.
$250.
Yeah, I think we paid for a couple people.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did pay for a couple people.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Like, I mean, whatever. But I think it was $200. But I think that the slots were open to the top 16 first, or maybe it was top 32.
Yeah, I believe
first.
that's what it was. Yeah,
They
yeah.
all got emails, right? It was like a
I
little
love-
exclusive thing.
I love the top 32. I love the call outs, dude.
Mhm,
I
yeah,
am a
yeah.
fan of this format. It needs to be streamed every time. If they can't do the stream in Branson, I'm sorry, I'm not a pro. And Matt Davis, you're gonna hate this, and every pro is gonna hate this. If it ain't streamed, dude, I don't think it should happen. Like, I'm sorry, that is a massive event. They should do it in the interim. They can't make a different major.
Right.
Like, it's so tough because it's the last one. If it was a middle one, like let's say 3 months ago, and you could have it at any other major too, it wouldn't be a big deal. The big deal is because it's the freaking last one before Worlds. And that's why I'm kind of on the fence. I'm kind of with you, but I'm also kind of not, because it should be freaking streamed.
So $250 if you weren't top 16. Okay, yeah. So top 16 can offer the spot for free. The next 16 pay $250. After that, it's a free for all
Yeah.
at $250. I do think a solution could be offering pro skins at Punta Gorda. I've heard there's a lot of downtime there. I don't know what
There
that
is a
looks
lot of
like.
yeah.
I've heard that. Do you want to turn it into that? I do think there is an opportunity there.
I
to run
believe
this
you're allowed to
out.
throw any bags you want there, dude. Is it a complete ACO sanction deal?
I have no idea.
I
I
don't
know
know
that
either.
anybody can play like in the doubles.
Because they call it the Golf Close Classic.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I believe you can buy bags at Walmart and then go throw them. I think
Yeah,
so.
I
I'm
think
not
so,
100%.
Think so too.
But-
But yeah, we don't like that the Pro Series skins is not going on. We hope it, like I said, if the $5,000 gets pushed into Worlds, I think that's a good avenue.
That's one good. That would be at a minimum.
If they make a tournament where hey, just you pros show up, it's one day, Saturday, it's in Cincinnati, Ohio, put on by the ACO, and they say this is your chance, that would be cool too.
Bring
right?
it here to Clarksville. We'll stream it.
If you did bring it to Clarksville, we would stream it.
Punta Gorda is another odd event. There will be plenty of time for skins. Yeah, plenty of time, and people would be there. I've been to the Twisted Fork. I've been to those places down there. Freaking phenomenal places. I just don't think it's sanctioned with the official rules. The entire tournament. Now, could you make that and go there and do it? Yeah, probably. But still, that's not the major. People aren't planning on going down there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's a tough one. Although, that may be a good strategy. It may be a great strategy to get more people to go down there. You know what I mean? For the Gulf Coast Classic. Well, yeah. Spectators and pros to go down there to actually do it. That may be a great strategy because that is supposed to be one of the most fun tournaments ever.
I'm sure. Yeah, I wish we could make it down there. I don't know if we can make it down there this year. Our June is kind of packed. Already. Yeah. But I don't know exactly what they're going to do about this Pro Series situation. I'm sure something will come out next week, most likely. Who knows though? I really don't know. I did want to talk about one more thing with this. Austin saying might be a good way to get them down there. Yeah. Pros would hate it, but ACO would benefit. I don't think pros would hate it. I mean, they would hate it. I think they'd be
the ones that are ready to go to Branson and cannot make it down there would hate it.
Right.
The pros that could make it down there and weren't going to go to Branson would love it.
Yeah.
But you're going to piss people off no matter what, and you're also going to gain people no matter what. It is what it is.
One thing I want to ask you on this, Bill, and it's kind of me knocking the ACO on this one, because everything else I think the ACO did well here. I think that if it was a venue issue, I think they gave notice as soon as possible. I think that they're doing their best to accommodate all the divisions.
Let's hear it. Come on.
Turning off comments. I cannot stand it, right? When you make a post and you're like, oh, I don't want any negative feedback on this, so I'm just going to not let the public comment. I can't stand that. And I just want to hear what you think about it.
Okay. You're a guy that likes confrontation on things. You like to call people out, and sometimes you speak before you think. Sometimes.
Like freedom of speech.
Sometimes you speak. You have freedom of speech. People shared it and said whatever they wanted to say. Correct? There have been numerous times with our company that somebody has said something, and we discussed going back and saying something back, and we don't owe them a comment on a lot of things. We're taking care of it internally. It would be the comment that we would say, and we've talked about that a few times, right?
Yeah.
So the ACO posting something like that, they knew it's going to be negative. It's going to be full of negative comments. You know it's going to be full of negative comments. They gave, I don't want to call it an excuse because I don't know if it is or not. You know what I mean? But they gave, hopefully, the absolute truth on exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's it. What you want them to take every comment one by one?
They don't have to take anything. They don't have to look at them if they don't want to. But allowing people to comment what they want, I think is okay.
Yeah, I mean they still can. We're doing it right now.
Right. Yeah, we are. Yeah. We've been open. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. It looks bad.
Well, it also looks bad on your own page to have 150 negative comments and pissed off people on your latest post.
Yeah, that might look bad too.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not sitting here, I'm not really trying to defend them, but a business doesn't owe people excuses.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like they don't owe to make just your feelings better and care about you. Like, I'm sure they do care about their fan base. They care about their players. They care about all these things, but they don't owe each individual these things. They're a business. This is what happened. They put it out there, and that's
right. And I guess the problem with the comments is the comments are all speculation because nobody knows the truth, right? So you have people in there, saying screw the ACO or something like that. When, like I said, I believe here, I would, if that happened, I would have been in those comments defending the ACO, right?
Okay.
Because, I would have been defending them because they're still running the tournament. You know what I mean? Because they put it out as soon as they could, because they're trying to accommodate as best they can. And all people are seeing is, you change something, I don't like it. And it's like, well, if it was truly out of their control, then I think they're doing the best they can. And that deserves some sort of accolade.
Well, letting people's emotions kind of calm down. You know how people are. Everybody's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Yeah. Letting their emotions calm down before opening up the comment base there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is it good? We've never turned off any comment whatsoever. I don't think we've ever had any reason to do something like that.
No.
They're a hell of a lot bigger company than we are.
They are, yeah, they are.
So I don't know. We sit there and make fun of that, but what would those comments have looked like? We probably would have seen Noah Wooten in there being like, "Oh, Frankie, blah blah," you know what I mean, and not knowing that, his place is doing the same stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. Either way, I'm still not a fan of turning off comments, but I do understand the reasoning for it. And maybe if CBC ever has 50,000 followers, I start turning off some dang comments.
Yeah, sub-only mode, folks.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows, man?
Okay, yeah, we're done with that. It is kind of getting late. We're an hour and 12, I believe, somewhere around there. Maybe not. No, an hour and 6.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get to the world schedule.
We have plenty of time is the only thing with it.
Yeah, we have plenty of time to get to that world schedule. I am so excited about the Shields tournament. I don't know what it is. I know it's for locals, and I'm freaking signing up to whatever the hell this Shields tournament is, and I'm going to be at that damn store. Just letting you guys know that.
Yeah, Shields, it looks amazing. Sounds amazing. Bill was telling me about it last night. So, we'll see.
Molly's got to be excited to go to Shields.
Molly
she's excited.
Molly last night. Molly and Bill battled it out, folks, for the championship last night, by the way.
Well, it wasn't a battle, folks.
It was close, wasn't it?
I mean, I'm just saying it wasn't.
Folks, this is backyard cornhole, and Bill's the only guy that locks in out there. You guys, honestly, I would love to invite all you guys, but Ed got to experience it. You cannot.
Ed got to experience the championship and win.
Ed won. Yeah, Ed won. But you guys should have seen the initial. They got new boards, two new sets of boards, right? Me and Bill start warming up. I tell Bill, I go, this thing's a trampoline. Bill goes, yeah, they're all like that. I've been there. I'm like, no. This is different. And Bill comes over, he's like, let me try this, right? And I'm telling you, the first 8 inches of the board, if you hit the bag there with a flat, I'm telling you, how high did it hop, Bill? 2 feet off the board?
2 feet.
All the way over the hole, off the board, from the first 8 inches.
If you were standing too close to the board while your partner was throwing and it hit that spot, it may actually ricochet off of you and get back on the board. That's how crazy those boards were. I mean, absolutely. But it was so much fun.
So fun.
It was so much fun just to play it.
And the bags that we provide some bags out there. They're nothing like what you guys throw. They're very different. But some of the really sticky ones were fun on that board because it would literally bounce, hop all the way over your opponent's bag, and could sit front side blocker, just plop down, or flop all the way over. Dude, it's so fun to play out there. It was Molly's first time experiencing it. She had a blast. Ed's first time experiencing it. He had a blast.
Zach, if we go again, I'm bringing the little camera stand. We're going live on some of those boards. On the ones that bounce so high, we're going live on it, dude.
Folks,
there are so many times where you just throw the perfect bag and it's the perfect push, and it it's just gonna hit and go, and then boink and just bounces over everything. You're just
that's the worst.
It's hilarious.
And none of the holes are beveled out. They're all hard edges. So getting things to collect is way harder. And we've given them the sloppiest, our bags, we've made them almost conform to help this situation out a little bit. It doesn't matter half the time. I mean, it's so crazy. The bounce is insane.
It's
awesome. So many of those pushes, they come out of my hand. I see them, I'm like, dude, this is perfect. And it hits and it just raises up off the board a whole foot. It's gone.
Sometimes it's that much, and those are the ones that make me angry because I know it's going to do it. So I try to throw it super low. But it still bounces right over. Dude, it's
an experience like none other,
fun.
Folks. If you guys are in Clarksville on a Wednesday with good weather, hit us up. We'll tell you where it's at. And no matter how good of a player you are, it's the ultimate equalizer out there. It is very tough. It's a good time. And my partner, folks, I'm not kidding, he averaged probably a 2.3. I mean, and that's who you're going to draw.
My partner averaged about a 2.3 for the first 4 games.
Had a
for the first 4 games,
But
we got it.
It's a good time. It's a good time. Thank y'all for tuning
Appreciate
in
it.
tonight.
Hey, Austin Harrelson, I pulled the picks up for you. I know you asked a few times in the chat, man. I've been meaning to go back to this just so you could see him. I hope you saw him. I hope you copied him down, brother. Next time if you want to pick against us, man, win the little spin on the wheel, and we can get you in here for some money.
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
Yeah, I like it.
We'll do it next week for Branson. Get to the sign off. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Next week we'll probably cover more of the world schedule unless some more drama pops off, which you never know.
You picking scabs over
I
there?
was, yeah.
Oh.
It happens.
Who's
I got
D?
the little.
Who's D? No.
Who knows who it is? Doesn't matter. I'm not reading them. I wasn't gonna read them.
I didn't know you were.
I could find out who it is. It doesn't matter. But thanks for tuning in, folks.
Hey, y'all have a good
Appreciate
one. It's been a lot of fun. Faith Family Four Baggers.
Out.